Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is the Dirty December Dating Bible. This channel is all things sugar daddies, sugar dating in Africa, finding your African king, or having your fun fling this Dirty December. If you're new to the concept of Dirty December, it's the time in Africa where the whole world, including diaspora and tourists, go back to the continent of Africa for the season of Christmas. And I'm here to teach you ladies who are interested in dating during that period and beyond how to best maximize this. This channel was created in mind of the diaspora girly. However, other girls can also pick up tips and tricks from this channel. So, welcome to the very first episode. Now, a lot of you might wonder why I created this channel in the first place. I'm highly passionate about the topic of dating, and I feel that the Western world has been done a great disservice. The men in the Western world, by and large, are no longer masculine. They no longer want to provide or protect. They no longer want to lead. And this is due to so many reasons. The red pill, toxic manosphere information that has been disseminated. And the fact that by and large, many of them were not raised to be providers or protectors. I mean, come on, let's be honest. The average guy in a place like the UK or the US is more than happy to take a woman on a date to a place like Nando's or Red Lobster and sit smugly across the table and split the bill 50-50 while he smirks. However, I have never had such an incident happen to me in Africa. And in fact, many girls could never have such an incident happen to them in Africa. Because to the average African man, splitting the bill with a woman is seen as shameful. Society would look down on such a man, and his masculine image would be in utter destruction. African men, at most, were raised to be protectors, providers, and be leaders of their society. They are expected to do this in family, in friendship groups, in religious circles, in business, at work, and beyond. This channel was created to teach you more about dating African men and how you can successfully date an African man or marry an African man of wealth, stature, and generosity. Many girls are looking for this. It's no longer a taboo. And in the society now, with the femininity movement, it's no longer shameful or a topic that we can't discuss. Women want to know how to maximize their dating and marriage lives, and rightly so. And if you were born and raised in the Western world like me, however, I am of African descent, then you would realize the trend in women flying out to Africa, relocating, or simply dating men across borders. Why? Because masculinity is practically dead in the West, and the word chivalry almost doesn't exist. The most masculine men you will find do not live in the Western world. They can be found in places like Africa and the Arab nations. So girls are now trying their luck and dating out. They've opened their minds, and the world is now your oyster. The globe is in your hand. Thanks to social media, thanks to being able to just jump on a flight, the reality of dating more masculine men is at your fingertips. Are you ready to learn all that comes with this journey and to maximize your dating life? And if you love Africa and you've always dreamed of reconnecting with the motherland, or simply want to get your African king, then this is the perfect place for you. And I would like to welcome you once again to the Dirty December Dating Bible. Who am I, you may ask? Well, for obvious reasons, my identity on this channel will remain hidden. However, I can tell you that I was born and raised in the diaspora and relocated back to a very famous African country in recent years and have benefited wildly from my love life to my financial life to my happiness and joy. And I want the same for all women, and that's why I began this channel. Please share this with your friends and family and associates alike. Subscribe, share, and keep tuned on this channel as we go through loads of content that will help you to maximize your dating life elsewhere, because chivalry, masculinity, hypergamy is all practically dead in the West. Africa is the next big place for dating, and you can have your slice of the pie also. Gone are the days when people assumed or thought or believed that Africa as a continent was a place only of poverty, despair, and hunger. In recent years, thanks to social media, we have witnessed, even ourselves, those of us who travel back often, who have visited, that Africa is not just a place of poverty or despair. There is immense wealth in Africa. And there are societies in Africa that have more money and even enjoy life more than those in the West. They're very comfortable, well-traveled, and cash is at their disposal. If you are familiar with big and popular cities in Africa, such as Accra, Lagos, Nairobi, Cape Town, Johannesburg, among many others, you will know that lavish life and wealth in Africa is a very, very much prevalent thing. And many women have noticed this. In recent years, I'm sure you've been aware of models, actresses, singers who are of global fame, mostly from the USA, who travel down to Africa to be able to have access to these wealthy African men whom are willing to pay them for their time, their aura, their presence, and so much more. Everyone has realized that Africa is an amazing place to date, although with all things comes disadvantages. The advantages as a young, beautiful woman far outweigh the disadvantages of dating in Africa. And this channel was designed exactly for that. Have you ever heard people saying the term, "I'm looking for my African king"? Well, this channel is exactly what will aid you on the journey of doing that. Perhaps you have dated an African man before, or perhaps you're looking to date an African man, marry an African man, have a fling with an African man, or get yourself an African sugar daddy who will foot the bill of your lifestyle, or perhaps fund one of your businesses. Well, then this is the right place for you. So, as I said earlier, like, subscribe, and share, and also follow us on TikTok at the Dirty December Dating Bible, and on Instagram at the Dirty December Dating Bible. Merchandise and other materials that you'll need on your journey and beyond will be available on my channel very soon. But for now, ladies, let's focus on the videos. Thank you for listening, and catch you in the next one. Bye!